So you guys, welcome back. This is part two. This is Kutta, and I'm gonna teach you guys about variables and how to utilize them in your code. So let's get started. All right, so with variables, you can have local variables and global variables. So with local variables, that basically tells the code that the variable is only local to where it was made. So basically, if it was a function, like if you make a local variable in that function, it will be only used in that function. So for instance, like if we come here and make a local var equals string like that, then basically that variable will be only relevant to that folder and it will not be read from outside of any other folder or anything. Basically can't be read from anywhere else. So if we want to print it from here, we can print var, we come to the console right here, and we got a string. See, print string. So we can come back. So we can change this to a number. We can do a 1. We want to print that. So we can come back here and we get a 1. And if we want to do true, we can do true. We can print that and it'll print true. See, right there. Yep. So that's basically variables right there. You can actually set them as anything you want. So, and basically if you have a local variable, you can still change the variable, or you can call or basically use that data anywhere else. So if you want to change the data, we can do var is 1. So if we print, we come back, it'll give us 1. And the code reads from top to bottom. All right, so let me give you a generalization of what tables can do. So we can do a local, let's do our table equals table. So this will indicate as a table. So with our table, we can print our table, which is our table, and it won't print anything because there's nothing in the table. But we can add stuff to the table. So you could use things like table insert. So you would get the table, our table, and we'll in the second argument with position, but we don't need that. We'll just add a string. So we'll add it as hello. And then we'll print that, and then we'll come here and it'll print it, and we'll see that the table has hello as indicated. All right. So we can do that, and we can do it as arrays if you want to do it as an array. So basically, instead of having that, you can do the same as like this. So we do our table, we'll do hello equals, we can have it as true or 1, or we can have it as another table. And if we print, and we can see that we have a hello starting as the table. So when you table insert, it basically adds it and creates a whole line of tables going from a list. And with arrays, you can basically add data into the table that you're structuring. So for instance, we have this table right here. So what if we want to table insert into that table? So we can do table insert the hello table. We'll do my name, Kutta. And we'll do table insert, and then we'll print it, and we'll come here. Now we show that the hello table has 1 and it's Kutta. And we can add basically some more. So let's go and we can add you, we can add me, and then what if we just create another separate table that's basically branch off, and then we'll just call it goodbye, and then we'll equal that as a table. Then we can table insert into that table. So if we do it like this, we can do yo, and then we can go and do goodbye. So we'll go and save that. We'll load it up, and then we'll see that we have tables that are printing down. We have goodbye, and it has yo and goodbye in it, and then we have the hello table that has Kara, you, and me in the number of what's in the table. So if you want to read from those tables, you can do the 4KV in pairs, our table, do, and then so basically how we do is that the tables, the first one is basically the start of the table. So if you do a table insert and you're trying to go through one of these tables like this, the first one would be the number of in the table, and then the second would be the value of it. So for instance, we'll do a print K, and then we'll make that print go away. We'll get rid of that print, and we'll print it. Just print it out, and it prints out hi, goodbye, hello, and then hi, goodbye, hello. So that basically it just prints what I put in right here and then the print up there on top. So yeah, that prints just basically the start of the table. So what if we want to get the stuff in the table? So basically, since we created it as a table, we're gonna have to go within the table. So for instance, since the second argument is a table, as we put right here, we're gonna have to go and read the table. So basically we'll do another one. So we'll do a 4, we'll do ZP in pairs, and then we'll do V do, and we're doing V because V right here is the table that we're trying to reform that we actually added into it. So if we do print Z, it should give us the numbers of everything in the table, just the numbers. So if we go here into Garry's mod, it will show that, oh, so the first one had 2, the other one had 3. All right, so we'll go back. So now what if we print P? So we print P, it should print all the stuff that's in those tables. So we go there, we come back, and boom, see? So we have yo, goodbye, you, me. And that's basically like some complex like tables right there you can use. Like I would suggest using arrays if you can. Table inserts is really good if you really need to create a list of tables in an actual order so you can read it. And that's basically an understanding of tables and arrays right there. And hopefully you understand variables too. And oh yeah, also you can add variables in that you create as well. So if you have a var like that, you can go and put, instead of having the string, you can put var right here, and then we can print, and then we can go and look at the table, and it says we have the 1 that we changed it to because we changed the 1 right here, and that's var. And hopefully that's a good generalization of tables and variables. And I hope to see you in the next video.